here again. And just a wee update, as you can see, the results from the fixtures that we've been through. After the last live game we played against Watford, which was a home 1-0 victory. We then, at the back of that, played Aston Villa, which we lost by a goal to nil, a 2 minutes goal. We just didn't recover. Played okay, just couldn't take our chances in the match. We then played West Ham United at home, which was a 1-1 draw. Rui Silva scoring in the 50th minute to get us a point. Then the 1st of January, huge match for us, and we managed to beat Manchester City by 2-1. Pouring with rain at the Victoria Road Stadium as Kalala and Bilal combining down the left, as they have so many times this season, into the penalty area. Shot blocked and tucked away by Munoz. What a signing he has been this season. Ball it wide to Webb. Bischoff. Equal pass. Lovely ball it wide to Stevenson. Back it goes to Bischoff. Smashed one off the underside of the bar. Goal of the season contender. And that was 1-1. Not long after, Rivaldo on the ball back deep in his own area. Gave it to Bilal. And Prates driving down the left. Back to Bilal again. Cuts the ball across and Nunez immediately striking back to give us a 2-1 advantage. And that's how the game finished. So as you can see in the game, pretty even possession-wise, shot-wise. Obviously they had 9 on target, we had 3, but we had a better XG than them. And we won the game. So after that we played Liverpool away from home, and we lost by 1-0. Nico Williams in the 61st minute. As you can see, didn't play well at all in the match. Fernandes a 5.9, which was poor. Just didn't get going at all. We then followed that up with a 1-0 home victory in the first leg of the Carabao Cup against Spurs. It was a 95th minute own goal by Tobias Ribeiro. And as you can see, we shared possession. We had 23 shots on goal, 7 on target. They had 7 with 2 on target, an XG of 135. So all in all, we really deserved to win that game by a few more goals, but we'll take the one going into the second leg. There's 4 minutes of stoppage time. We're already into the 95th when Dro had this free kick. Taking shots, Silvestre. Silva shot. Keeper saved it, but he bounced back off Ribeiro and into the back of the net. And that was it. Gives us a 1-0 lead going to Spurs for the second leg, which Roberto De Zerbi is the manager in real life, and he's the manager at this point in time in the season as well. So after that, we then played Bolton in the FA Cup, and it was a comfortable 3-0 victory. We want to go as strong as we can, so Kalala, Silvestre and Kamoto with the goals. We then played Everton away, and that was a 1-1 draw. Nunez scoring just before half-time, and then just after half-time, Everton equalised, and it finished 1-1. We then went away from home to Brentford, and it was a fantastic 3-1 victory. It was an own goal by Mendoza. Altman scored after 6 minutes to make it 1-1, and then 12 minutes and 16 minutes, Rooney and Munoz scoring respectively to give us a 3-1 victory, and that's how it stayed. And then, big news in the Champions League. What a victory this was for the boys. 2-0 against Bayern Munich. Rooney and Munoz doing the business early doors, and Bayern Munich just could not get back in the game. As you can see, they slightly shaded possession, but we were better on shots and on target and had a slightly better XG in the match. But we don't care. We've managed to beat them 2-0, and with one game to spare, we managed to qualify. So that's snow falling in Germany in this mid to late January month. January match, I should say. Silvestri wins the ball, gives the ball inside to Muzakitis to draw. Munoz, good ball back to draw. Lovely pass to Rooney, and Rooney steadied himself and put the ball into the back of the net. Fantastic early goal. To Fernandez, to Silva, inside to Muzakitis. Back to Rooney, lovely ball to Munoz. And the young man Kalala again picks the ball up, gives it to the cat, throw. Back to the cat. And patient build up. Muzakitis. Good ball to Rooney. Great running off the ball by Munoz. A fantastic finish again by the Spanish international. And that was 2-0. Bayern did not have an answer. So just before we show you where we are in the Champions League, we then rounded that off, those round of tough fixtures, with a 5-0 thumping at home against Crystal Palace. 2 for Bilal, 2 for Dro, and 1 for Kalala. It was a great performance, and Palace had absolutely no answer at all. 26 shots, 16 on target, XG of 2. Palace only had 6 shots in the whole game and 3 on target. It was a demolition. That brings us up to date from the last time we were here against Watford. A couple of defeats in there, a couple of draws, but also some huge victories. So with that victory against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, that qualified us for the last 8 with a game to spare. So after 7 games, we're up there with Barcelona and Inter, who we play next, with played 7, won 6 and drawn 1. We've scored 13, we've conceded 3. So we've had a fantastic Champions League campaign to this point. And we don't need to worry about the last game against Inter now, because we're in the top 8. So excellent. Been a great performance from us. As well as in the league, we're still hanging in there in the top 4 at the moment, with 111, drawn 9. I'm disappointed with how many games we've drawn this season. Even a couple of extra ones like the Bournemouth, Leicester games. I would definitely like to have at least another 6 points, another 2 wins from those 9 games. We've only lost 4, and it's City, United, Villa, and Liverpool. And as you can see, all tight games, 2-1s and 3 1-0s in there. So can't be too disappointed. And goals wise, we've scored 40 and we've conceded 19. So again, it's quite a decent record in there. But as it stands, after 24 games, it's very tight between here and really in the top 10. There's not really too much in it, although ourselves 42, Newcastle 42, City on 40, and Spurs on 40. It's very, very tight in there. So Manchester United, who have still got 2 games in hand, are on 47. West Ham 44, Liverpool 43, and then us and Newcastle on 42. Palace, who were just beat by 5-0, are at the bottom of the table on 14 points. Then Brentford and Watford as well. So, very tight in there in the league. If we then go to the Premier League stats, we've got most dribbles made, us, 454. If we go to player stats and we want attacking with goals, Šeško is out on his own. He's been excellent again. 21 goals, 22 appearances. Haaland just does what he does every single season. 18 and 23. And then you've got Juan Luis Munoz, number 3. 16 goals in 23 games. For a free transfer, you cannot argue with that at all. Expected goals, Haaland is top with 14. Šeško second, Walter Madi, Esposito, Luis Munoz is in there as well. So good company, doing well. Apart from that, the only transfers that we've done, you've probably seen Nathan De Cat coming in. So we signed him for a hefty fee of £61 million overall. Feel he can you've seen the scouting report earlier on, he can possibly generate another couple of £1 million a year for us. He is an elite midfield player, and he can only benefit us going forward. So we signed him, and we brought in Ivan Miranda, who's back on loan at Barcelona. Well, probably Barcelona B, to be fair. And we signed him for £8.5 million, and already he's went up to 75. He's an A-plus talent. He'll come straight into the side when he comes in next summer. He's only 20 years old. Wonder kid. And if you look at his stats, crossing 15, dribbling 14, first touch 15, passing's 11, technique is at 18, free kick taking 16, work rate for a winger 15, vision 14, good enough teamwork, off the ball 13, flair 16, determination 15, his decision making 14, and for a winger, bravery at 17 and anticipation 13, and then also his physical attributes, very good, 15 for acceleration and 17 for pace. He's got some traits. He likes to play killer balls, curls the ball, plays 1-2s, tries to play his way out of trouble, tries tricks and runs with the ball often. So he will fit in very well at our team next season. So that was only 2 that we brought in January. Outgoings. We've just sold Alberto Segura to Brighton for £12.5 million. And a couple of other loan players have went out. Abalenda has went out on loan to get some game time with the idea that he'll come back next season and probably fight for his place. Along with already known that Stoyanov left for 12 million and Victor Cunha left for £12 million as well. For £18.5 million. So yes, that is the update where we are currently at the moment. Squad-wise, Kalala's played a lot of football, needing a rest. Rui Silva as well, so played a lot of football. He's needing a rest. Injury-wise, Baba Sangare, he is out for 4 to 7 weeks with a calf strain. Disappointing for him. We have also got goalkeeper Max Thompson. He's out as well. He's out with just the flu, so he'll be out for a couple of weeks. And then we've got Furo, who has asked to leave as well. So we've put him on the transfer list for £38.5 million. Palace and Fulham are sniffing about wanting him permanently, and then you've got some people for loans. But he's also going about for 3 days, so he'll be back just before the transfer window shuts. So, good update from the squad. Good to see in the last few games that Rooney's been picking up his output a wee bit. Dro has come in, and we've slightly changed formation a little bit. We've got the Cat and Bilal playing central midfield in possession, and we've pushed Dro into an attacking midfield role in possession, and recently his form has been much, much better. His output, he's scored a couple of goals recently, and his assists has went up as well, so hopefully he can push on again in those positions. And then out of possession, the Cat sits, Bilal sits as well, and Rooney and Kalala just drop that a wee bit further back. So that's kind of the system that we're playing, out of possession and in possession. So we've just made a little tweak. So previously we had, rather than 3 in, flat 3, or we had 2 with 1 sitting as well. But we've just went with Dro playing the attacking midfield role at the moment, as we felt we just needed a wee change. So otherwise, we've got improved training facility is due an update in 2 weeks. So we should have a new much better training facility for a Premier League club in 2 weeks' time. And the new stadium is still 5 months away. So we won't see that until next season. Finances wise, still all good there. We're spending 2.4 million out of 2.45, so we're still under the wage budget. 47 million in the bank. We're 4 days away from playing Inter Milan. Imagine if we could get a result there and finish top of the Champions League knockout group stages. That would be incredible. So we're going to get into the tactics for the Inter Milan game and see who we're going to pick for that match coming next. Inter Milan tactics for the game. Like we say, we don't need to really bother too much about it. So, league table, we have finished inside the top 8. That is all we're really interested in. The result against Inter would be good. It would be good to stay where we are, even get to the top. But it's not going to be a deal breaker. We've qualified for the next stage of the Champions League. You would expect Barcelona to beat Slavia, so I don't think we're going to finish top anyway. So if we go to the tactics of the match, Erivaldo, Silva, Natali, Parates. Can we bring the big man back in? Or is he still injured? Thompson. No, let's bring Melendez back in for Natali. Bilal will play. The Cat will play. Rooney's back onto form. Dro, since we moved him into the attacking midfield role, has been a bit better. And Kalala's been excellent all season. It'd be nice. It'd be very nice to get him to score a couple more goals, but is what it is. Anyway, let's get into the Inter Milan Champions League match day 8 match, as we said we were going to do. So the team's out. Still going with a good side because we're at home. We want to give our fans something to cheer at home. We don't want to be disgraced. So as you can see, it's second versus third at the moment. We don't want to get disgraced. We finished in the top 8. That's all we need to bother about. So So we're happy about that. And we are underway here at the Victoria Road Stadium in the rain. Inter Milan get us underway. And the ball's played forward. Rivaldo wins the header. Played away again. Paredes picks it up for the Daggers. Inside to the cat. Kalala. Good touch. Lovely ball. Munoz. He's in here. Just wide. Forward it goes. Can we have Paredes with it? Melendez. Crossed it. Rivaldo. Rivaldo again. Inside to Bilal. Bilal to Munoz. To Dro. To Rooney. Bilal again. Good ball to Munoz. He's in again. This time it hits the back of the net. And it's nothing more than Dagenham Redbridge have deserved. Dagenham Redbridge 1. Blue Neri, Inter Milan 0. Great football. Munoz to Dro. Flick to Rooney. Rooney back to Bilal. Lovely little ball to Munoz. And this time hard and low. Keeper beaten. And the ball is in the back of the net. Kalala wins the ball back. 41 minutes gone. Kalala driving forward for the Daggers. There it is. Brings the ball back. Kalala just ran himself into trouble. The cat wins the ball. It's Kalala again now. And he's been pulled back. And that should be a free kick. And surely that's a booking. If he's pulled him back, that should be a booking. Rooney now. Check wins the ball. We're into stoppage time now. Francolino. Silva does really well to win that ball back. And Inter have really showed nothing in attacking sense in this game, but we have been excellent. Great football again. Rivaldo. And that is half time. And that has been a solid Dagenham Redbridge performance here. Look at the stats. 70% possession to Inter's 30. 12 shots, 5 on target to their 1 with 0 on target. What a performance it has been so far. Tremendous. And Barcelona are 2-0 up as well. So as it stands, we will finish second in the group stages. But it's a long way to go. But if we continue this performance, we'll score another couple of goals in the second half, which has just shown you how far we have taken this Dagenham Redbridge team. We are pleased, and we're not going to change anything. We're just going to get this second half underway. With Rooney playing the ball straight away to Munoz. The flags went up, and 14 seconds into this second half, the ball's in the back of the net. VAR will check it, and it is offside. What a start that would have been to this second half. Rivaldo inside to Rooney. Rooney's making the run. Yeah, he just goes that little bit too early. 66 minutes on the clock now. The rain's still lashing down. Still Dagenham Redbridge 1. From that first half goal from the ball down the line now to Fernandez. In the penalty area. He's got a chance at goal here. And Fernandez has equalised. There has been nothing to suggest that Inter would get anything from this game. But a simple move catches us out. Martinez loves the ball down the wing to Fernandez. Checks inside Paredes and it opens up for him. And he just drills it across his namesake into the back of the net. It's Dagenham Redbridge 1, Inter 1. There's a goal kick again now to Inter, who have fought themselves well back in this game. As we should have been out of sight by now, but we're not. But it's a poor ball. Dro picks it up. Dro, Munoz in the penalty area. And we get what we deserve. It's another goal for Munoz. Dro onto the loose pass straight away from Beron. Feeds it into Munoz. And Munoz beats the defender and hits it hard and low again. And Dagenham Redbridge are back in front. And at that point, I think we will make a couple of changes, with Carrizo coming on for Dro, Robinho for Rooney, and Erivaldo's looking like he's struggling a wee bit, and we'll bring in Fati for Erivaldo. And 10 minutes to go now. Munoz is going to come off, and I'm going to bring on Emmanuel Omega. And Bilal will come off in place of Muzakisis. We've got 4 minutes left to play here. Fernandez has the ball, drills the ball high, up, forward. Bastoni beats Menga to it. Forward again. Fernandez should take that comfortably. He does. Back to Fernandez! And it's a shocking goal to lose. Absolutely embarrassing goal to lose. Absolutely embarrassing. No pressure at all. Prates. Back to Fernandez. He doesn't even take it with his right foot. He hits it outside the left foot so nonchalantly, and Martinez has made it 2-2. Terrible, terrible goalkeeping. Terrible, terrible goal to lose. And I'm sorry, Fernandez. I can't even give you a touchline shout. And that's full time. 2-2. Absolutely battered into Milan. 25 shots, 11 on target. And we concede 2 poorish goals from our viewpoint. But as we remain undefeated in the competition, we just got to be a bit more better at the back. Fernandez, you cannot do that. You cannot do that at all. But we'll take the positives. Another established side like Inter Milan, and we take them all the way. We've managed to play and complete the Champions League campaign of the group stages. We finished second, joint with Inter Milan, but we've scored 1 goal more than them and 2 points off Barcelona. So what a fantastic! It's just great to see us in there, and we won't need to worry about the next knockout stages until, I think, is it February time, I think now. So, or sorry, late February time now, because we're already in the 31st of January. We have qualified for the last, in the top 8, I should say. So we are in the top 8 of the Champions League. What an achievement for Dagenham and Redbridge in our second season in the Champions League. Where last season, at this stage, we finished 22nd with 4 wins and 4 defeats. A year later, we're second with 6 wins and 2 draws. That will do us for now. We've provided a good update on where we are this season, and we're still trying to push as far as we can in the Premier League, and we're still trying to push for the Carabao Cup as well. We've got a semi-final second leg coming up So we'll come back in the next episode. Where we'll come back, who knows? We might come back and play if we manage to beat Spurs in the Carabao Cup final. If we don't make the final, then we'll probably just come back for the next Champions League match or later in the season to see where we finish. Because currently we are sitting 4th in the Premier League. But we're still in there. We're still in 4th and we're still fighting for the top 4. Come on the Daggers, and we'll see you in the next episode.